For you, what was the most special basketball-related thing, either a moment or a game or thing that happened during your career?
You know, I just had that question asked to me by Michael Wilbon upstairs, and you know, that's so hard. You know, it's like asking which one of your kids is your best kid. You know, I've had so many great accomplishments, so many spectacular plays, big plays, game-winning shots. It's hard for me to pick out one. You know, if I start with 1982 in UNC, I can end with the shot in Utah, or playing on the Dream Team, playing baseball. Although you guys don't consider that to be successful, I do. It's just been so many that I just can't overlook, and I kind of, it'd be too difficult for me to pick out one. So I'm just happy with everything.
Ryan Baker from WBBM TV in Chicago. First of all, congratulations, Mike.
Thanks.
Millions of people in Chicago are celebrating this wonderful achievement with you, and also remembering all the wonderful things you were just talking about. What's your message to the fans in Chicago and the Bulls fans?
That's my second home. I still live there. A lot of people don't think I still live there, but I still live in Chicago. And, for what they have given me, starting with, it's easy to say Jerry Reinsdorf. Jerry Reinsdorf wasn't there when I was drafted, so I have to say Jonathan Kovler, and Rod Thorne, who actually drafted me. Took this kid that had never been to a big city, at all. And first time being away from home, actually away from home. UNC from Wilmington's only 2.5 hours, so I really wasn't away. But, they took me in, and I had to earn my keep. I believed in them. They believed in me. That marriage lasted, up until now. And I think by me standing here is the fruit of their labor and their support of me, as well as my efforts in trying to impress them and represent them every single day that I play the game of basketball with the uniform on. And I will always have the deepest warmth for the city of Chicago and the support that I've received from them. I can never, other than what I've done thus far, give back any more. And I wouldn't ask for any more. And I just want them to be able to remember the things that I've contributed to this city, and hopefully they can, at some point in time, somewhere down the road, have another championship, have another successful thing from a basketball standpoint, just so that they can compare the two, that experience. But they meant a lot to me, and I wouldn't be standing here without their support, without a doubt.
First of all, thank you for all the thrills. Thank you for all your time. And I would like to know what your thoughts of what your father would be thinking today. I'm sure he's with you all the time during this special hour for you.
Well, if I know my father, he would probably love to be standing here answering all your questions. I mean, that's just, he likes to speak for me. He loved to speak for me, but I think now he understands that I'm a grown person. I've learned from him, and he taught me well. And if he was here today, I'm pretty sure he'd be living it up with all these flashes and cameras around. And but I think he would be very proud of what I've done over my career and the choices I've made, good and bad. Obviously, as long as I learned from the bad ones, and obviously was very proud of my good decisions. But it's like any father, Yeah, he would probably have a face of elation and joy about the things that I've achieved in my career. So he is here in spirit, I know that. But when you see me, you see him, you see my mother, you see my brothers and sisters. So I represent my whole family, and I'm pretty sure they are proud as I am right now to be standing here in the Hall of Fame and enjoying this weekend.
The words best and greatest are sometimes ambiguous words, but universally you have been acclaimed those accolades for a long time. I'm just wondering, how do you react to those accolades, and what does it do for you personally?
When people say that I was the greatest to ever play the game, I cringe a little bit. I receive it as an opinion and something that someone's either their view of what I did for the game of basketball. But for me personally, and I never played against Jerry West. I never played against Elgin Baylor. I never played against Wilt Chamberlain. I would have loved to. But to say that I'm better than those people is not for me to decide. I'm happy for the accomplishments and what people may say, but just to be a part of this whole process, be in that debate, is a privilege for me. but I would never give myself that type of accolade because I never competed against everybody in this Hall of Fame. So it's too much for me to ask and too much for me to accept.